So today's topic is financial sustainability and wellness. And your speaker is Satya Acharya. He is Center for Mindful Business, our first investor and advisor. So we are very appreciative to have you here today, Satya. And if there's anything else you would like to add to your introduction, go ahead.
Okay, Heather, thank you so much for your introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Satya. That's my, name in the world of mindfulness. But my real name is Satya Acharya. I'm a mindfulness meditation teacher. I'm a very long-time practitioner of mindfulness meditation. And in my everyday life, I work in a biotech area. I manage a biotech business. And I also want to be clear that I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not trying to give anybody a financial advice here. So this is just sharing some of the approaches in the financial wellness. Okay. So first of all, we really want to talk about what is the financial wellness is. So in traditional terms or traditional definition of financial wellness, in the simplest term was in having enough money for now, and without worrying about the future. So financially well off now, have enough money, and I don't have to worry so much about the future. So that's the traditional definition. But in the realm of mindfulness world, so how we have to look is not just about the money. Rather than that, this is about the learning, the earning, the living, the practicing, the giving, all those components kind of combined together, and then it becomes a holistic financial wellness, and which is also very sustainable, not just for now, but for a long time it goes. So that's the kind of general idea. And why actually talk about the sustainable financial wellness? So number one reason we talk about sustainable financial wellness is it is one of the 8 dimensions of wellness. So when we talk about wellness, it is not a single dimensional, it has multiple dimensional. We can talk about that in my next slide later. And second reason is the finance is a major source of stress for everyone around the world. I have some data which are specific to our country here in the US, but if we look in the kind of the global perspective, finance is a major source of stress for so many people, and a lot of people. And then third reason is because of that, we have made the financial wellness in one of the 3 foundational principles of Center for Mindful Business. And the fourth part is just talking about it, learning about it, discussing it, and really bringing into our everyday life. It helps foster mindful financial habits. So these are the 4 kind of the reasons we discuss from the higher level. So let's dive deeper. Okay, how do I do this? Okay, all right. So the 8 dimensions of wellness. So these 8 dimensions were originally introduced to the world of actually in the mental health context by Dr. Peggy Schwartzberg. I think she introduced this somewhere around 1960s, and her definition or her look into was just looking this holistically, the physical wellness, spiritual wellness, social wellness, emotional, intellectual, occupational, environmental, and obviously financial. So these are the almost like 8 limbs. And if one is not functioning, it has direct impact on others, right? So for example, the financial stress is directly felt into, the physical health, has a physical impact on the physical health. The same way in emotional, intellectual, occupational, everything. So these are very much intertwined. So sometimes in the world of mindfulness, the term like finance and money can kind of sound strange, or it is very important, but people avoid to talk about those. But in reality, these are extremely, all 8 are extremely important in the as a holistic wellness approach. So this is one of the reasons why we talk about it. And the second part that I had said is the finances are a major source of stress. So according to a most recent survey, this is actually by APA in 2022, is you see out of all the respondents, 83% of the people said inflation is their source of stress. 69% said the general economy is the source of stress. And 66% say the money is the stress. So if you look all this inflation, economy, money, these are all the financial aspects of this. So if we look into this, almost like close to 70% of the people are stressed because of the finances, right? So, and then obviously there are other stress triggers, like for example, the relationship, the job related stress, the health related stress. So there are so many other stresses, but the finance is actually is one of the top source of stress for everyone. So because of this reason also, it is very important that we talk about the financial wellness. And now when Heather actually established Center for Mindful Business, and me included, and a lot of us got behind her leadership, is to really because it has 3 elements, social wellness, environmental wellness, and financial wellness. Because these are the triads that go together. So that's why we talk about taking all these aspects, and my conversation today is also the part of that. So what we are trying to do here is really integrating mindfulness meditation practice and and applying those into the social aspects, environmental aspects, and financial aspects. And now I want to talk a little bit about the financial habits. How do we form? Because no matter how much we talk, whatever we say, until and unless we apply these habits into our daily life, until we embody them, we will. So the financial wellness aspect will be left outside. So and really, in the center of this is the success, right? So traditionally, maybe success might have been defined by, how much money you earn, right? What type of car you drive, or what type of house you live, how much money you have. So in the traditionally, success was, is defined, and we still do. We still say, whoever has a lot of money is successful. It's not always the case. Not always the case. The success is kind of, we have to, from the mindfulness perspective, we have to redefine the success. Is how we earn the money. How we earn the money means, these are not in a specific order. So, I can go kind of in mix and match. So earning, as a Buddhist practitioner, it immediately reminds me the right livelihood, right? What is right livelihood is, earning money by a profession without harming others. We can live a very good life, by contributing to the society, doing the business, or, whether without harming others, doing a job without harming others. When I say others, it's not just the human being, the environment, greater goods of the society. So, really, earning money with the full dignity, without harming ourselves and others. And also, another aspect of this is the learning. Learning is a lifelong process. Learning is in the financial terms, in the financial kind of literacy world, we're not just learning about the budgeting or tracking our expenses, those type of things. So the financial world or economic world keeps kind of it's evolving, ourselves, learning about those things, and also learning about what is important in our life, also learning about how to helping others, also learning about the impermanent nature of everything. So kind of holistically learning about everything. And then other is giving. The giving is, we have, sometimes we get into, okay, earn, and me, outside of that, how we can give to the society, how we can give to the different causes that we care about. And there are many researches done which clearly shows the correlation between benevolence and giving has a direct impact on the lasting happiness. So also making a earning, learning, and also adding a component of giving into that also forms the financial habit. And then other thing is just living. Living is just trying to set ourselves at a point where, okay, this is enough. Living a very maybe the term is content life. Living with the coexistence, living content, living mindfully of the environment, living mindfully of the impact that we make in others. Just also avoiding the negative, impacting living, and then shifting everything to the positive side, and adding, when we talk about living, also adding a mindfulness practice into this component, which helps us grounded, which helps us settle. Then we get a little bit of time to think about the inner side. A lot of times kind of we are very external, we just worry, think too much about outside, but taking the pause and looking inward. So that also helps kind of form mindful living. And then the other component of this is saving. Saving for sometimes kind of living in the present moment, which is fantastic. We have to do that. We're also thinking about the some of the worst case scenarios. Thinking about saving for the situation which comes into our life. We can earn, we can give, and we still have some, we can still have something to save for our own financial security for the future. And also really saving is that's the financial term, but we can also think about saving the planet for the future generation, saving to saving a tree, or saving some other resources for the people, not overusing the resources. In a way, saving is directly connected to spending mindfully in the experiences rather than the stuff. So we have to work on that. And then also the last point that I want to talk about is investing. Let's say we do everything and we have money to invest, right? Investing, and not just investing in a stock market or bond or something like that. Obviously, If your resources permits, that is important. We invest, but even in that case, choosing the companies very mindfully, choosing the company who take care of, not only profit, but also, they take care of, the people and planet. So, which is again, we also work on those, in the foundational, foundational principles, and investing, in a conscious business, investing in kind of in impactful businesses. So, we do that. So, these are, some of the things that we can do to create a mindful financial habits. But we also what we need to really, really understand is, out of all this, is the change, does not happen over time. It takes, a lot of time, and then taking some baby steps. Um, you know, just making, one step a day, and then we make, form our habit. We embody these things into our lives, and then make an impact for long term. So these are the general kind of things that I wanted to talk about, the financial wellness. Again, it is just to summarize, my conversation today is, the financial wellness is a part of the holistic, if we look give the holistic view, financial wellness is a part of that. So that's very important. And finance is the source of distress, a major source of distress, rather, for all of us around the world. So we have to be aware of that, and just the awareness and the forming, these financial habits can actually help mitigate those stress. And it takes time. We have to be patient but consistent, and then we become successful. Success not just in terms of how much money we have, but in terms of how we earn, what we learn, how much we give, how we live, and how we save. Okay, thank you so much.